What is up, everybody? Another wonderful Monday night of Chewin the BBQ Fat. Adam, my man Adam, is out at a fire meeting or doing something at a fire station. Couldn't come get out of it today. So called my main man Jason to be our co-host tonight. How are you doing, bud?
And I'm doing great. Adam makes it look easy. So I was like, I can sit there and ask two questions during the whole. I'm good. I'm gonna be Adam tonight.
You're going to be Adam tonight?
Yeah.
I love it. I tell you what, that guy, you got big shoes to fill. He's a great guy, great cook.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, a lot of knowledge, and he comes with an agenda. So I hope you got an agenda ready for us tonight.
I've been trying to sit here and write one. So,
oh, man. What's up, Will? How you doing? Good to see you tonight. But what's up, Glamping Grillers? Charles, how you doing? Good to see you. Jason, real quick, before I got to just have you come on and talk. I mean, what in the world did you do this weekend?
Man, I lucked up. Blind squirrel find a nut every now and then. That's what I'm saying, man. I'm glad to get that monkey off my back. Brian Corbett got the monkey off his back and he mailed it to my house. And I'm telling you, man, I told him I was going to send it back to somebody else. But I got it off my back this weekend. Thank God.
You got rid of it. You got your big GC this weekend.
What's that?
You got your big GC.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, thank goodness.
So how'd you do in chicken and ribs? I heard you might have had a decent score in those two categories.
Yeah, one chicken and ribs. With a 180.
Okay,
yeah.
There you go. Money. That's awesome.
Just about shot myself in the foot with my pork. My pork was really good, and I messed it up on the board. It was my fault. I messed it up. Everything was good about it, and I don't know if my drum got hot and lit a piece of. I don't know. Maybe my charcoal got some grease on it or something. Had a bad smoke, like a grease fire smoke to it, and I messed it up. So that was my fault. When I put it in the box, I knew the taste was off, and I got some comment cards, and the scores said the taste was off. So, but brisket held on though. Thank God.
Brisket held on. Heck yeah, love it.
If it wasn't for that Jarvis brisket to help me out.
Woo, man! I heard that brisket's okay. All right. So, the good news is, Jason, our guest that we've got coming on today, he has never messed up meat on the board yet. And that's why we get to have him come on tonight. He gets to talk barbecue. He gets to talk everything. The guy is an incredible cook. We got Bill coming on with Triple H. I mean, you know how good of a cook he is.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, just incredible, right? Like, right? Does he mess up on the board?
No, he's a master. He's a perfectionist.
Well, let me rephrase this. I mean, we need to be honest. It's not necessarily him.
No, exactly.
Andrea's the one to make sure that everything's good. She's on board. She is awesome. Awesome. We're gonna have Bill come on. He's just getting fired up. He's listening to some rock and roll music right now, just getting jacked up. But we're gonna have him come on in just a second. But anyway, Jason, real quick, what have you been doing? What's been going on in the barbecue world that you want to tell everybody about on the show tonight?
Man, October's always busy for me. I didn't cook. I haven't cooked a lot this year. I think this past weekend was my 12th contest, or 12th or 13th contest. So, but I went to Pusa Q cook. We were supposed to go to Backslid. It got canceled, so that was back to back to back. So it's been busy. I'm going up to the Royal Oak contest this weekend, just going to help my buddy Philip Miles. He's going up there to represent, and he's cooking the Royal Oak Invitational. I didn't get an invite this year, which I didn't deserve an invite. So, but I'm going, man. That's a great contest. I appreciate everything that Royal Oak does, number one. But I'm going up there to help them out any way I can, and I'm gonna help my buddy out, Philip Miles, because he don't cook a lot of KCBS. Matter of fact, he cooks no KCBS. He just kills everybody in South Carolina Barbecue Association. So
we're gonna get him coming over to that Atlanta Barbecue Store Classic this year. We're gonna, no matter what, we're gonna figure that out. We're gonna get him there.
Exactly. That's right. So with him not cooking KCBS, I'm gonna go up there and maybe try to help him at least get his brisket and chicken trimmed, and he's gonna take care of everything else because he kills it in pork and ribs anyway. So
awesome. Well, you know what? We could talk all night, but everybody here wants to hear from Bill.
Exactly.
Right? They're waiting to hear your questions for Bill because you're the man. You are the co-host with the most. I love it. But what are we going to do without our main man, Bill with Triple H? Look at that guy. I mean, just a guy that is ready. I mean, he was listening to some heavy metal. If y'all didn't see him, y'all couldn't see him backstage. He was rocking. He was headbanging. He was having a great time getting ready. How you doing, Bill?
I'm doing good. How are you guys?
I'm wonderful.
Doing great.
Doing
Well,
great.
I'm psyched up now because I've been rocking here for the last.
You've been rocking. I love it. I mean, I know it. So, have you ever messed up meat on the plate on the cutting board? Rumor is no.
Yes, I definitely have.
Well, Jason and I don't believe it. We think that you never have, and we're going to stick to that because you're an amazing cook and you're an amazing guy. Real quick, I don't know what this means, but Matt also wants to know if you've added any new rubs during the past few weeks. Also, before we get anything, can we confirm that Jack came down to a coin flip for first and second overall? Can it be? Whew, a lot of questions, Matt. We're going to get going. I'll have to come back to all those questions. That's a lot of good stuff. And yes, what's up, Nick? All right, so the Jack. I see your hat. I see you're representing the Jack. You were at the Jack. Was it an amazing contest or what?
It is. We had a fabulous time. So I've been at the Jack in the past where I didn't have such a good time, but this year was probably the best contest I've ever been to. So we had just a tremendous amount of fun, top to bottom. So, and I think it all comes down to the people you're with. You know, we had a lot of really close friends that also got drawn and we were there with, and we were all close together where we were parked, and it just had a great time.
So, I mean, you're a winner. You're a winner just getting to go to the Jack, right? Just getting that bung pulled, that's a winner. Getting the auto, that's a winner, right? Like getting to go to the Jack Daniels Invitational is a winner no matter what. But you said it was great. So what was the main thing that made it so wonderful to you this year?
I think everything along the way was good just because of the friends we were with. But the thing that really topped it all off was the award ceremony. Just it happened to be the little corner we sat in. I think the top four,
winners row,
maybe the top five, were all sitting right next to each other. I was sitting right next to the guy that won it, who's a friend of mine, and then Jordan was sitting behind us, and so was Razor Racks was right behind it. You know, Drew was sitting directly behind me. And so we all kind of done that on purpose. And so all the calls that came out of that area and the celebrating, and I think I hurt my back jumping up and celebrating so much.
I told you guys were
LC was right in front of me, and like I said, just we had such a ball celebrating everybody, all being good friends and getting all the calls we did right in our little area. Jason Cole was just a few seats over, and he was getting a bunch of calls, and it was just a really good time.
Yeah, so if I ever get to go back to the Jack and you're not there, if for some reason you're not there, Bill, I'm gonna FaceTime. Will you show me exactly where y'all sat at so I can sit there at awards? I'm gonna change that area off. That was the hard part. I'm telling you.
I can do that. I
was watching awards on my way back from Rocky Mount, and it was awesome, man. You're only like Luke said, you're only as good as who you surround yourself with. So. That's awesome, man. Good friends, everybody, man. Y'all had that corner lit up.
Hey, Jason, real quick, we do have some barbecue Royal. Aaron Stouffer's on here watching tonight. I mean, that's a big deal, right, Bill? I mean, the fact that he's here watching, that's a big deal. That guy is awesome.
That is barbecue Roy.
Yeah, Aaron's great. He was looking out my porch. I was looking right into his. So we hung out all weekend. So
that is awesome.
I love Aaron's one of my barbecue best friends for sure.
He's a great guy. Can't wait for what is it, 2 weeks, something like that, 3 weeks. Get to go to the Royal and I'll get to see him. All right, so let's get into it. I didn't plan on getting into this, but Matt is on it. He's got the questions. He's ready, coming down with the firestorm of questions here. What happened? First and second, was it Scuffletown? Is that how you say it?
Yep, Scuffletown.
Scuffletown and Janky Leg. Had the same scores for first and second.
They did. Yep. They had exact same scores, but their drop scores were different.
Yeah.
I'm 99% sure that's how KCBS determines is they take the total of your drop scores in your categories. That's the first thing they go to anyway. And Jordan had the lower or less drop score than what Albie had.
So. Albie's number 6 scores were better than Jordan's number 6 scores.
Correct.
Yes.
Correct.
Awesome. So I hope that helps. Jason, you said you watched awards on your way home from your contest.
Right.
I'm assuming, just throwing it out there, you probably started watching the awards before you left, got home, got a shower,
Yeah.
got ready for bed, and the awards were over an hour after you got home.
Yeah, no, they actually we left a little late because somebody Joseph was following me back to my house. He actually stayed with me Saturday night because it's such a long ride for him, but it's halfway to my house. So somebody had him blocked in, so we were waiting on those guys to leave, and of course just talking to everybody. And so we left late, and we made it to our first fuel stop, and they were announcing the winner while I was pumping fuel.
So
Yeah,
that is a fun awards to watch, but it is a very time consuming award to watch if you're sitting at home.
Yeah.
Great job. They do a great thing. It's a bit more complicated than that, but I'll be one the tiebreaker. It wasn't a coin flip. All right, Aaron, we can if you throw it up there, we'll put it. If you want to put it in the comments, we'll throw it out there and read it. But anyway, so that was it was a lot of fun. Love it. I got to go last year. It's a great place to go. I always say, having the opportunity to go there and be a part of that contest is winning in of itself. The fact that you're there is, I mean, it's like they celebrate you as a great barbecue cook. I think they do an amazing job celebrating each and every pitmaster that's there. Really cool. And they do a heck of a job with everything. First class contest. Almost as good as the Atlanta Barbecue Store Classic that's coming up in a month from tomorrow. Well, the November 15th and 16th. Get signed up. It's getting close. It's going to be here soon. And man, I tell you what, it's like 2 or 3 or signing up every day. I love it. Who's going to be the next person to sign up for the contest? It's going to be fun. Bill, are you looking forward to coming to the contest?
I am.
Yeah.
I love your contest.
You get that front row parking right there, and you're gonna just show out again. It's gonna be awesome.
We have a lot of good luck in coming Georgia. That's been a good spot for us. So.
Look out of there! Look at there. We got is that one of the? Where is the squirrel? So Jason.
Sabrina's got him on the porch right now.
Okay. So Bill, have you heard this story about Jason and his squirrel?
No, I have not.
Sabrina and her squirrel. Yeah. Okay. So our cat decided they wanted to rescue a squirrel, so we got it. It was just a little thing, little teeny ball of, it just must have fell out the nest or something. And our cat brought it to us and wouldn't let us, because I think we actually worked home, and Sabrina's dad took it out back in the woods, and about 15 minutes later, the cat brought it back. So Sabrina's raising a squirrel. That thing's all over.
They have a squirrel, pet squirrel.
So Sabrina's got a pet squirrel. Yeah.
That's awesome. All right, so tonight we have Jason, did you have any questions for Bill before I get?
No, not yet.
Okay, good. All right, so tonight is KCBS is having a board meeting tonight. Not really sure what's going on. I do know they're looking for nominees for the board. That's going on right now. So I don't know if it's over with or not. But if you need to nominate somebody, now's the time to do it. Bill, you probably know, is that window closed? Is it open? Is it?
I honestly have no idea. I'm not sure what's going on in the meeting, and I don't know much about the nominations. I know I'm not interested, so
you're not interested? Jason, what are we going to do?
I'm not interested in being on the board, no.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, Jason nominated you, sorry. No, I'm just kidding. I'm completely kidding.
No, don't get into that either. Somebody asked me to run on a board for something I had to do a barbecue last year, and I said, nope, not getting in the middle of that. That's why I do this, is to get away from that kind of stuff.
So what
everybody does it.
Bill, what do you see? What is your state of barbecue right now? Where do you see the state of barbecue right now?
I think barbecue's pretty good for the most part. I think KCBS kind of getting their stuff back together. They're not making the mistakes they were making in the spring and then last fall. And, I think we're getting a few new teams in. I've had some new teams contact me about classes. So that's a positive sign, I think. And, I don't know. I think it's all right. It's not what it was at one time, maybe, but there's ebbs and flows, and I think maybe we're back to getting better than we have been in the recent years, anyway.
Yeah, Jason, what do you think?
No, I agree with Bill. I think it's getting better. Kind of had a little lull there for a minute, but I can tell the morale and all's picked back up. And I'm like Bill, but I see a lot of new teams out there, and they're competitive. I mean, it is very competitive, right? And when you go to a contest, we talked about that this past weekend. There's not many field fillers going to be there. I mean, there's a pile of people that could win that contest. So it's just all the good stuff online that you can go to, like the barbecue league, and then Bill doing classes. And man, I'm telling you, people have really stepped up their game. Yeah. So, and I love it. I love seeing. I wish 1,000 more teams to come on. I mean, that's the only thing that's going to build it and keep it going. So we need those guys there.
Atlanta Barbecue Store Classic class is another great class that you could take.
Exactly.
Other than, you got to deal with the pork guy that sucks. But other than that, it's going to be great.
Yeah. And people are willing to spend money and take classes. I mean, they coming out way further than I was when I started. So
I'll tell you what, it's good. Will, I'm going to get into your question real quick. And this could be a fun discussion. What is the reason they took pork off the backyard cost? No, I think the biggest thing is Will, you're in Georgia. Most backyard comps or competitor series, is it competitor series, Bill? Is that what it's called?
No, it's a backyard series, I believe.
Backyard. Okay, I thought they changed the name of it, Masters. But anyway,
well, I think there is some changes coming. I don't know what's been announced. I kind of know rumors that I've heard from people that probably shouldn't be talking, but there is some changes coming.
Good rumors always get started. You got to love that. But I mean, around the country, backyard has traditionally been chicken and ribs. Has been a 2-meat contest for the majority of backyard contests. There's in Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, they've added pork in at the backyard contest. But in order for them to have a team of the year for backyard, KCBS decided that chicken and ribs would be the 2 categories that they were going after. So in order to come up with a GC for KCBS's purposes, they chose to do the 2-meat category as chicken and ribs. Therefore, at our contest at the Atlanta Barbecue Store Classic, I have an opportunity to we can do 2 meats, we can do whatever we wanted to. We have chosen for pork in the backyard category to be an ancillary. It's still going to be the same, turn-ins is everything, but it will not go towards the GC event. So if you were to win our contest, if we had all 3, just like in Kennesaw at Pigs and Peaches, if they were 3 meats and the Grand had all 3 meats, you might go to the KCBS website on Monday and see different scores, so that we're just trying to avoid the confusion of just sticking with the KCBS Team of the Year points, and therefore the Team of the Year points for backyard is chicken and ribs. So I don't know what they're going to do with it. Bill does. He's going to start some rumors tonight. It's going to be great, and we're going to have a good time with it. Is there anything y'all have to add to that? Is there anything different?
No, I don't think so. As far as the backyard stuff, I mean, I think there's some things need to change. I think if you really want to get in it, and it's not going to be a very popular opinion, but there's so many good backyard cooks that backyard is not a good definition, and I think having a 2-meat competitions and 4 meats, but I think KCBS needs something for a true entry level. Because the backyard, I think maybe that was the intention when it started, but there's so many teams that, like you take Alabama, there's not many, and I'm, just singling that out because I know there's not a lot of pro contests there, but they have a ton of backyard. Well, if I was cooking there, I'd probably be a backyard cook too, but that doesn't mean that they're not as good as the pro guys. I mean, you look at the ones that jump up and they're right in there, especially in ribs and chicken, what they cook all the time, right? I think you almost need something that's a true backyard that is not
true amateur division.
Yeah, true amateur division. Because like I said, if I pulled into a backyard with my very first time with a Weber kettle and a pop up tent, or whatever, seeing all these backyard guys pulling in big trailers and different things, just like the pros do, it'd be pretty intimidating, right out of the gate. So
yeah, you want to see backyard teams which, like I say, and I totally agree where they're coming from, the Alabama teams, because there's not a lot of pros around there. I talked to a few of those guys at Pussyq because that's a big thing at Pussyq. Like they have about as many backyard teams as they do pro teams, but
sure,
guys are pulling in there with $100,000 toy haulers with outlaws hanging off the back of them. So
sure.
yeah, and there's several of them. But we talked to them, and it's the same thing. It's like, I talked to a lot of them, and some of them, they don't want to travel but so far, and there's not a lot of pros in Alabama for some reason. I don't know why. But if they're going to have a bunch of backyard, why can't they have pro?
I mean, look, I'm not saying whatever. And I think, Bill, you hit the nail on the head. Why go pro if there's no contest to cook in your state? Like, why, if you're going to be,
That's
if
right.
you live in Alabama and there's no reason for you to go pro because you can only take 2 contests. And Georgia, we used to have 20 contests. Now we're down to a handful. Mississippi, I mean, it's Mississippi. You got Wes Garrett over there who's going to, he'd figure out how he could go cook a backyard to beat up on everybody. He wants to take everybody's money. But they're good. I'm just kidding with you, Wes. Love you, bud. I see you're on. But I mean, it's like, why? I mean, and I believe that it goes deeper than that. I think there's some people.
Is it cheaper for an organizer or organization to have a backyard contest? And why don't they have? Is it because the backyard people in Alabama just won't move up? Is that why they have more backyard contests? I'm just asking. I'm probably going to.
But what incentive do you have to move up if every contest around you is a backyard?
Yeah, but
I wouldn't want to move up either.
Why not have more pro contests? I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. I don't understand that whole deal. I'm gonna get blasted on here. Keep talking.
No, I mean, I think, like, to me,
I just don't know. I really don't know. I honestly don't understand. So
I think it goes deep. I think Alabama is a different breed. I think there's a reason that Alabama is that way, and I think it starts a deeper root system for that. And I don't want to get into all of that, but I think it's the fact that it's like, I mean, you got certain people in Alabama that want to keep it that way, and certain people don't really care for pro barbecue, right? Like, but as an organizer, it's your choice, right? It's my choice to do whatever the heck I want to do. And there's sometimes when reps don't want, they recommend not doing a pro contest, right? Like they recommend that you just do backyard. And I don't know why. As an organizer, I don't think it costs me any more or any less,
right,
to do that. So I don't know. I don't get it. But
maybe I should move to Alabama. I can cook ribs and chicken, about the only thing I can cook anymore. So maybe I should move to Alabama and start cooking.
Yeah,
I mean, change the name. I guess.
Seems like I can't cook ribs anymore, so I want to do a 2 meat, pork and brisket categories. So
yeah. I mean, I think I mean, look, if it's a way to get people cooking barbecue, I could care less, right? Like my thing is, I think I'm with all of you, Bill. I think that's kind of what you're saying. Like, have an opportunity to cook a 2 meat contest, have an opportunity to cook a 4 meat contest, have an opportunity to get into something that is not necessarily, like, call it an amateur. I don't know, whatever. I don't think that's a good name for it, but whatever. I mean, but just have it be to where it's like, I mean, there are contests, your local non-sanctioned contest, that they're going out there cooking for a Weber grill, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or they're going to go cook they're just going to cook for the fun of it, right? It's not, hey, we got to have a $15,000 payout in order for us to come to it, kind of thing. But I mean, oh, look at Adam and Tanya now. I'm sorry, we're I've got backed up on all the questions. So
I gotta give I saw Jamie Mintz on there. I just gotta give him a little shout out representing South Carolina for me at the Jack. So he did great. I mean,
fifth place rip
he hasn't been cooking KCBS long either. He pops up there and gets a 5th place rib call, and I think he finished like 20th or something like that. So Jamie Mintz with Casual Smoker. So that was awesome, man. I had to give that little shout out to him representing my home state. So
he's a good guy. I think Atlanta Barbecue Store
great
was represented very well. Yeah, Phil, so much has changed. 2001 when we started, we got a 10 by 20 spot. Today they show up in RVs. Yeah, I mean, it's competition. Things change. Back when we first got into it, you used to go to Restaurant Depot or Walmart or someplace like that to get meat. Now we special order it in to get to have a leg up. All right. So anyway, Jason, ask Bill some questions while I read the comments. You said you watching. You knew that I was going to put you on the spot.
So me and Bill talked the other day. So I know Bill's going to the Royal and then to your contest. Now that'll end your year, Bill, there, or?
Yep, that's all we got left. We're going to cook the Royal and then go to Atlanta Barbecue Store and we're done for the year.
Right. Yeah.
So
me as well. So I'm looking really forward to the Royal. So
I'd like to do the BBQ. I've done it. Times in the past. It just cooking a double and then turning around, coming home for 2 days, and going right back to Kansas City is going to be a little bit much because we're still in harvest and we won't be done by then. So
right.
It's not in the card. I think it sounds fun. Go out there and just stay out and do it, but work is not going to allow it. So
yeah. Yeah, I'd love to hang around and do that myself. Greg, my next door neighbor, Greg, I think it's Hasty. Greg, he's my next door neighbor at the Royal, and that's where I met him at and been there for the last 5 years. Just got to know him well, great guy, and he's wanted me to, or mentioned that to me several times, trying to get me to cook. I'd love to cook that thing. It's, of course, for good cause and all, but it looks like it's so much fun. Everybody just looks like they're having a blast. So.
I hope you're right, Wes.
Man, and Wes Garrett, he is a fortune teller. That guy can see things that most others of us can't. I mean, he does have he knows what's going on. The guy is very well connected in the barbecue world.
Yep.
Matt Osman, the Atlanta Barbecue Store, Chewin the BBQ Fat compound, whatever you want to call it, we'll be having a costume party Thursday night at the Royal. Bill will be there. He's all excited about it. Show up in an inflatable if you want to. It'll be fun. All right, so I'm going to ask this. I just put this question up here, and I have a feeling he's kind of being a little facetious, but Jordan put it up here, doubles are stupid.
I couldn't agree with him more.
See, I'd argue with that. I like doing it.
God, I hate a double.
So let's talk about doubles because I think, and I don't know, Bill, you and Jordan are really close. I don't know if he's just saying that because you have to cook them at a certain point or what, but what are your thoughts on doubles? Bill, you said you like them. Jason, you hate them.
Well, I think for Jordan, and I'm speaking, for him here a little bit, maybe it shouldn't, but when you're out chasing every week, then that's just twice as many contests you have to cook. Twice as much meat you have to trim, so on and so forth. For me, it's a little different because I'm only going to cook, maybe a couple times a month or whatever. And if I can go do 2 and drive once and knock it out and set up one time, I think it's pretty all right. To me, it's a lot less work than doing 2 singles. Now, what is stupid is the rolling doubles. I've done one of those this year, a 4-hour rolling double. That's stupid.
That takes commitment, and we're buddies with Paul and Lynn, rooters and tutors, and listening to Lynn talk, it's like we got to go here, we got to go here, we got this double, there's doubles here, doubles there, doubles everywhere, and they're going to find them, and that just seems like, the thrill of it has got to be there, but then again, as you've talked about on the show in the past, Bill, when you're in the midst of chasing, it's like you're tired by the end of the season, and you're only happy with a GC, right? Like there's not much that makes you happy.
Well, and that's my thing against chasing, anymore is, when we did that, it was, you'd leave a contest with a third place out of a 50-team contest, and you were mad, because you didn't win, and third place didn't do any good at this time of year. All you had, in your top 10 is grands and reserves, and that's what, all these guys that are at the top, that's kind of where they're at, right? So they get a fifth place where most teams would be happy. I'll be happy with the fifth place. Them guys are leaving upset because they just wasted their weekend. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And that feeling of, and I know it shows, you'll see it on our faces or whatever when we don't get what we want. And, I know there's one contest in particular that I had a student or past student that won it. I think we were third, fourth, fifth, something like that. And it was so hard for me to be happy for them because I was so upset for me that I wasted a weekend, and needed that win, and I didn't like that. I don't want to be that guy. I want to be happy for my friends and so on. And so that's what I don't like about it. I love competition, but that part of it, it gets to be such a grind and such a mental game, to stay focused and stay on it.
That's awesome. Like I still love going to cook barbecue and enjoy it, and it's fun. And I think it is for everybody. You wouldn't keep doing it, right? Aaron said that Chrissy said they're doing 40 next year, and that you basically have to have doubles in order to do that.
Yeah.
Is there any truth to that?
He better do some doubles.
Yeah, he's going to have to do some doubles. He's going to be spending a lot of time in Florida this winter. One or the other.
Which brings me to the point. And speaking of uncommon talks or whatever, I would love to see. I think it would help. I would love to see the season go back to the calendar year. I think that would help. I think you wouldn't have to have quite so many doubles, because it'd be easier to cook. It'd be easier to cook more weekends. Right now, you shut it down for 3 months, and it's whatever. So yeah, I'm hoping they go back.
Yeah, but I don't know if that's. I think you shift maybe add a month by doing that. Or maybe 2 with a couple in December and in November. But I think, then your January would probably be a little lighter than what it is now.
Well, there's still only like 4 or 5 contests in January.
I understand, but I think that there would, there'd be less people cook them though. If it, maybe not. I know by that time of year I'm tired of running. It probably wouldn't matter if it was still the points here. I wouldn't go in December. You know what I mean?
Aaron, I completely disagree with you on that. The season's still 12 months. It's not 12 months, because organizers don't want to do contests in November, December, January. They barely get started back in February. So it's really not a 12-month season. It's supposed to be, but there's not very many people that are willing to do it. It gives too many people an opportunity. Too many contests have gone to the wayside at the end of the year and the beginning of the year. So I disagree with that. That it is. Yes, you're right. It is still a 12-month season, but you have completely limited the organizers that are willing to put on a contest. I would almost double. I could almost probably double or triple the team count that I have if it went to the calendar year.
Well, you're probably right on your contest because it would be right at the end.
Right.
But if yours was a January contest, though, I think you'd hurt yourself by moving it.
Because but there's only so many teams.
Ready to get back out there and hit it right, right after they just finished a season.
But I feel like there's only so many people that are cooking in Florida anyway, right? Like how many teams go down to Lake City?
Lakeland.
Or Lakeland. Sorry.
I mean, I've done it 3 times in the past.
But how many teams were there?
They usually have anywhere from 70, 80 teams there.
So
yeah, they have quite a few.
There's still probably going to be 70 or 80 teams there.
Yeah.
I think. I don't know. That's just my take. There's not that many people. Anyway, I do believe that I think that it would help. All right, let's see. Golly, look at that. I love it when I miss stuff. Nick would love to try a double. The Royal is a great place to do a double. Not really appearing to order. Whew. Man, I missed out on a lot. Doubles are fun. Try double this season. So not really appealing to organizers outside of the South to hold an event in November, right? But there was a bunch of them in November. All right. Well, we'll get back to that, Nick. What would be a tip for Bill? Coming back to you. What would be a tip for a double? We'll come back to that. Holidays and end of year parties. Barbecue people don't party. Who is Jordan? I bet you would. And I know that rooters and tutors would be. Blah, 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 blah. All right. So, Bill,
Yes.
what is a tip for a double?
Have a dishwasher in your trailer.
Don't buy beer to the second day.
Don't buy beer till the second day. No, I mean,
Because I figured out, as I was sitting here, Brian, I 100% figured out why I hate doubles.
Why is that?
Because I'm not chasing points. I don't cook as much as I used to. I get there and I see all my friends. We're going to start drinking those natural lights like they're not going to make any more of them. We're all excited. We get up the next morning hungover. We cook. We're all excited at awards. All I want to do is get my ass on, take a shower, and go to bed. That's all I want to do. I don't want to do it all over again. I want to do it next weekend when I see you. But no, double. I mean, some people love doubles. I mean, I just don't like them, and it's because I'm not. If I was like Jordan, yeah, I'd be hitting them, man. I ain't gonna lie. But nah, man, that just ain't for me.
It's awesome.
But yeah, no one tip. Do a double. Don't drink the first day because you ain't gonna want to cook the second day.
yeah, I think just be ready. Be prepared to as soon as you're done, clean up from the first one, start getting ready for the second one. And be ready to just roll right through it and put whatever happens at awards out of your mind and go straight into the next day.
Jordan, I would never attack you. You're awesome. Andrea said have a dishwasher before you. I think she said that before you even said it, Bill.
I think so.
A whirlpool to be exact.
Whirlpool dishwasher, a good one.
Oh, I love it. Bill throws it right in your face with a dishwasher comment, making everyone jealous. Yeah, I mean, I'll never forget the first time I walked in the back of their. That was the old toy hauler, right? Your old trailer that you had before, and I was like, "What in the world is this?" I mean, you talk about bougie, and then you got barbecue bougie, and that is Bill and Andrew. I mean, it's like, golly.
You got to keep in mind that was a free, leftover throwaway dishwasher that I repurposed and got it working and put in, and so
I don't care what it was. It's bougie, don't you think, Jason?
That's very bougie. I've given Joe.
I know Aaron Stauffer's got one.
He said they're nice.
Like he was talking about a repurposed dishwasher. So I've taken like brand new dishwashers out of houses before, and I've had a few of them in the barn. I've given them to Joseph. He's already been through two of them in his trailer. But Joseph will literally he throws stuff in there, and that acid stuff that you clean your drums with from Sam's. I mean, that shit eat a hole through anything. He throws it, squirts it in there, and then he wonders why his dishwasher quits. I was like, I don't think that's meant for the dishwasher, Joe.
I don't think that something about that might be a little bit corrosive for a dishwasher.
Yeah, exactly. He said that thing's screaming, because it's needing to die.
Oh, Jordan's hilarious. Yeah, I mean, it's a different level, Jordan. They're at a different level than the rest of us. I mean, it is what it is. It's awesome. But they're great people. Couldn't have better people. Have a tabletop one for sale if anyone.
Well, Bill's got a waterbed in this trailer. Damn, Bill.
Well, that's news to me, but
that's cool. I like it.
Man. Fred Robles is on. How you doing, Fred? Good to see you. Hope everything's good down there in southern Texas, down there at the border. Hope you're doing well, my man. Good to see you. Looking forward. Hopefully, I get to see you at the Royal. He's normally there. I'm going to see if I can find you up there and go hang out and say hello. Speaking of the Royal, Jason, what is your favorite part of the Royal?
Is this a trick question? I mean, my favorite part of Roy, I don't know. I mean, that's those Thursday nights are always fun. You know, the party that they have and hanging out with you guys. Yeah, I mean, I look at Royal as a big barbecue family reunion. I mean, I go to there to compete also, but I mean, I just love seeing everybody hanging out. People I don't get to see but once a year. So that's my thing. I mean, I just love hanging out with everybody.
Me too.
Yeah, what are you laughing at?
Aaron, just because we claim we dress. All right, so Bill, you know David and Joe Elgone, right?
Oh yeah.
Who dresses better, David or Aaron?
Oh, it's hard to beat the Silver Fox.
I mean, how's his hair? I mean, does his hair compete?
I mean, David's hair is always perfect.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Not as perfect as Jordan's. Jordan will be late for awards because he's getting his hair fixed.
That is true. I don't think I've ever seen Jordan without having just like perfect hair.
You're right.
I mean, what does he do? What is his secret for his hair?
Dapper Dan.
I have no idea. We're friends outside the trailer, not in the trailer.
I love it. I mean, come on, Bill. Give us that nugget. Oh, me. Let's go back to giving. I'm just glad that you made it, Jordan. I'm glad that you made the finest dressed barbecuer. I mean, I think best hair in barbecue I thought was David, but I think Bill hit the nail on the head, and we're gonna have to go with Jordan. Yeah, Wes, he likes to flood his trailer, I think. I cannot. Jordan, where's mascara?
Garrett probably has the cleanest trailer in barbecue.
Oh my gosh! I mean, speaking of, go ahead.
You got to take your shoes off to go back in the porch area where the smoker is.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's pristine.
Yeah, I mean, he ain't lying, folks. If you've ever been to Wes's place, you take your shoes off when you go inside the inside there. I mean, it is spotless, and I guess not very many people, Bill, have that opportunity to make it inside his trailer either, right? It takes a special guy to be a special friend to be able to make it inside of
That's true.
Wes's trailer.
And I've only been allowed on the porch. I wasn't ever allowed inside, just on the porch.
Yeah. I got to look inside one time. And man, it was amazing. It was.
Yeah,
amazing.
I think I stood at the door off the porch into the inside. That was about it.
My house. Oh Lord. So Jason, as the co-host tonight, I'll let you have the next segment and let you talk about what you're up.
I have no agenda.
Golly, this is what Adam's
place.
Do what?
I said I'm taking Adam's place. I don't have. I'm good to go. I'm reading these comments, so I was trying to keep up with those. Yeah, I don't have anything. I'm good. Yeah.
Jason Cole is on. I tell you what, man, hot coals. What did he do in chicken? Did he just smoke it? What happened there, Bill, with at the Jack there with hot coals?
Well, I know he won it with a 180. No, I don't know what he did. I didn't see it. He was on the way other end. There was, he was down toward the town square. If you've been there, you know how the setup is. And that line that goes down there past Darrenville, he was all the way on the other end. So, did spend one evening sitting over there visiting with Jason and his wife. But other than that, I don't know what he did with chicken. That was too far away to go try it for sure.
I bet it was good. Speaking of Jason Cole, I do believe Backyard for Smoke on the Shores is sold out, but there is still a couple spots left for the pro division at Smoke on the Shores in Lebanon, Tennessee, sometime in March. I think it's the second or third weekend in March. Get signed up for it. It's going to sign up fast. It's going to be a blast. It's going to be a great time. So make sure you join his contest. Say that again.
Remember the dates on that on Jason Cole's?
No. I'm assuming it's sometime. I think it's the weekend after Sip and Swine. But okay. Jason is on, and I'm sure him or Eric will throw out the date for Smoke on the Shores if he has it. I don't have it off the top of my head. I'm sorry.
I'm going to try to make that one. That's why I was asking. I need to sign up.
I can tell you that the Atlanta Barbecue Store Classic is November 15th.
March 15th and 16th, or 14th and 15th. Excuse me.
Okay.
Yeah, I got to sign up. We talked about it last week, Jason. I'm going to sign up. My wife is a Nashville fan too, so she's all on board and going to that one.
He has said that you have not signed up yet, Jason.
I got to sign up. Yeah.
Jason, hot Coles, save him a spot, Mr. Cole.
I'm going to sign up as soon as we get off here.
Jason was in the Darren Worth HOA. That's awesome. But anyway, I tell you what, man, barbecue. I think going back to what you said, Bill, at the beginning of the show. What is the state of barbecue? Where are we at with barbecue? I think barbecue is different, right? Like I think we're in a different spot right now. I don't think it's a bad spot. I don't think it's the best spot we've ever been in. I think it's a different spot, and I think it has a good base to where we can build off of and grow off of. It is different. I do think it is a different day in barbecue. And like I said, that's not good or bad. It's just different.
Sure.
And Jason, I think you hit the nail on the head. You got to know what you're doing to get involved in barbecue these days. Like there's no more of like, man, I'm a great backyard cook. I can go out there and beat your butt. Where I think you could back not too long ago. But now with people like you and Bill doing classes and teaching people, it's amazing. And speaking of classes with Bill, there's going to be a huge announcement coming up soon. I don't even think we want to talk about it yet, but there's going to be a huge announcement that we could, if you wanted to, coming up that is going to be incredible opportunity for somebody, some lucky person. It's going to be awesome. Right, Bill?
Yep. You can talk about it all you want.
Okay.
I put that ball in your court the other day.
Yes, you did. And I love you for it, man. You know what? It's awesome. There are so many good people in barbecue. It's so cool. Like Pappy and Rollies doing great things. I'm sure a lot of y'all saw some of the things they're doing up there in Asheville and Western North Carolina. That place has been devastated. I don't know if it's ever going to be the same. I don't know if Asheville, some of those places in Western North Carolina will ever be the same. But, you got people out there that are willing to help. At our contest, if anybody knows, we're giving money back to the place. It's called The Place. It's a local food pantry. They're doing great things in the community. But we've always done a 50-50 raffle. If anybody's familiar, we've done a 50-50 raffle at our contest. And this year we're going to do our 50-50 raffle. We've decided that we've talked to Tupelo Honey and some others that we want to see this year. The money that is raised for the 50-50 raffle will be going back to relief efforts in Western North Carolina. Steve has done some amazing things up there out of his restaurant. And we just want to give back. I have a salesman that works up there, that lives up there. And he told me, he's like, if it wasn't for the churches and the locals in Western North Carolina, they wouldn't have made it. There's really nothing going on up there to help them. It's kind of sad and scary what's going on. So we want to help. We want to help as much as we can. We want to help those in need. George is hurting. Adam last weekend, he went down to South Georgia and they fed a whole bunch of people last weekend. So it is very much, there are a lot of people in need right now, a lot of people hurting, and we want to do everything we can to help. So that's what we're going to try to do, and hopefully we'll be able to raise a lot of money and give it away. That's the whole purpose of the Atlanta Barbecue Store Classic is, yes, there's a barbecue contest there, but it's so much bigger than that. So I cannot read. My eyes are starting to I don't have glasses like these other guys, so I can't blind y'all like Jason is with his glare on his glasses. Wow, I didn't know that. Shannon Graham had heart surgery and came and did the judging class like a week later. Man, what an awesome guy.
He's a trooper. He, I guess for those that don't know, he had a heart attack on the way home from
right after he won a grand, right?
A couple weeks ago. Yeah, they won grand, and then he ended up having a triple bypass. I want to say the Wednesday before the Jack. Or like 10 days later, he was at the Jack cooking for the judging class.
Dang.
So yeah, I mean he's looks good, man. He's doing so well. It's a miracle. But
golly, Dean, that's crazy. What does your son do? Someone sent up to Savannah a few weeks ago and found a whole bunch of people. I mean, it's so sad. And there's still people hurting in Florida. And I'm sorry, Bill, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
I'm just trying to read the comments of what's going on. And barbecue people are doing awesome things to help. And Bill has been very generous to, we'll have a whole nother show on that. Sorry. I got to get better, Bill. I want to talk about it so bad, but Ellen won't let me until we're better. So anyway, Jason.
Yes, sir.
What's going on? What do you have going on in barbecue the rest of your season? I know you said you're going to do ours in the Royal, but classes or any of that kind of stuff?
No, other than coming up to your class, that's it.
Yeah, that's crazy. There's still works and it's not going to happen, guys. It's not going to happen, but I was hoping to replace me, but it's just not going to happen at that class. But I'm telling you what, I'm looking forward to teaching. Do what?
It doesn't need to happen. You should teach sport. You're the sport king.
I agree.
But I really enjoy being the jester. I really enjoyed being the leader of the class and having fun with that. So, like I said,
we're gonna pick up those parts. I don't know about the leader part, but we're definitely the jester. Oh yeah, I'll do that one well.
Oh me, I'm hoping Bill gets to come down. Bill and Andrew get to come down. I know y'all are still looking at your schedule and the farming seasons.
Yeah, I haven't looked at our schedule yet. I know I've got a couple things going in January, so I got to make sure it don't conflict. But
yep. So speaking of farming, real quick, let's get off barbecue and back to what's going on. How's the farming world going, Bill?
It's okay. It's it's been better. It's been worse. So.
Is it almost done?
There's some guys wrapping up. We've got probably 2/3 of our corn yet to go. We had a lot of late planted stuff, replant, whatever got flooded out in early in the spring so we came back in and redid it. Mm-hmm. It's still a little bit wet, so we're kind of holding off this week, and we did get beans finished there last week before I left for the Jack. So, but we'll probably get back at it, on Monday or Tuesday of next week, as far as getting back into corn harvest. So this week's pouring concrete and building the grain bins. So, but
love it. I can't wait. I am going to make it up there to the farm, and I get to see it. It's going to be a great time. I know whatever. I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be awesome. Jason, how's what do you do for a living, Jason?
Build houses, construction, general contractor. It's wide open. Yep. Very busy. That's
awesome. That's great. I love it. Y'all are awesome. I mean, it's so cool to see what barbecue people are, what they do, how it works. It's just everybody's been so generous and so awesome in this barbecue world that we've got to know. We love it. We love meeting people. If you don't know Bill, if you don't know Jason, if you don't know me, come find. If you're at the Royal, come find us. Come see us. Love to meet you. Love to talk to you. These are two of the nicest guys. Can't even figure out where I'm at here. They're two of the nicest people in barbecue. Like, I mean, and Bill's wife, very, very nice. We love them to death. Both of them, consider them family.
That's good. What's Garrett probably makes more money than all three of us put together, and then sitting there talking about that.
Right.
Yeah. I mean,
Wes
no.
Garrett's the bougiest guy, my bougiest friend so far. I mean, just Wes Garrett's out there. You just glad to know people like Wes Garrett. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You're like, yeah, I know that guy.
I know. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. Like, more people reach out to me, be like, "Hey, how do I get in touch with Wes?" than anybody else.
He's such a superstar.
I mean, he is. I mean, and you know what? He's a great guy. He's not. I mean, you don't have to be intimidated by him. He's a really nice guy. A really good dude. I mean, so I mean, I can get where he's intimidating, but he is a really good guy. This non-reveal of Bill's announcement made this combo very hard to tell us. Obviously, Brian has made me feel like I was the crew from there. Yeah, y'all are awesome. I'm sitting at the West. I mean, he's all right. He's all right. Oh, I love it. Poor West. Hey, man, great guy.
Yeah, poor West probably sitting behind some bulletproof glass right now, serving single cigarettes through a hole in a bulletproof glass. Poor West.
Poor Wes. I love it. Oh, me. Guys, thank you so much for coming on. Jason, thank you for being the co-host. Great time.
Any question?
You didn't come up with a single question, but that's what I liked. I like being able to put you on the spot and then you failing. It's awesome.
Anytime.
Bill, it's always so good to see you, man.
It's always good to be on, buddy.
I hated that we didn't get to have your bride on. Tell her we all said hello. And I am serious. If y'all are at the Royal, come see us Thursday night. We're gonna have a costume party. It's gonna be a good time. Jason, what you dressing up as?
I don't know. You had Tanya call me the other day and said, "Don't worry about getting anything. I got you covered." I said, "Okay." So I'm kind of scared. I know exactly what Wes Garrett's going at. So we already
that makes me a little nervous, Jason.
But yeah, I am. I'm definitely. It's got me kind of scared. But just as long as Wes has his cousin Eddie outfit, I'll be good.
Oh, Bill, what you going as?
Me and Andrew are doing Beth and Rip from Yellowstone, so that's about as far as a costume as she'd get me talked into. So
I still don't know what Ellen has for me. She had something picked out, but my kids, my boys, thank God, they're like, "Don't do that to Dad." So I don't know. I don't know what I'm. I don't know what I'm going to be. Aaron, can't wait to see you. Can't wait to see you at the party. Can't see what you're going as. Wes is $1 million man. Ain't that the truth? Truthful. Bill Purvis. Oh my gosh. Speaking of Bill Purvis, tomorrow night, he has got his show on at 9 or 8 Central, or I don't know what time it is Central Time. It's going to be a good show. I know he's got a lot going on tomorrow night. It's going to be good. He's got the producer on tomorrow night with Wes Garrett producing the show, so you know it's going to be good. But be on the lookout for Bill Purvis's show tomorrow night. Chicken Fried with Chicken Fried. It's going to be a good one. Bill, is there anything you want to leave us with tonight? Any words of wisdom? What is the best tip you can tell somebody when ribs are done? How do you know?
You just got to know the feel. You got to know how they crack and feel in your hand. So there is no perfect temperature. There is no I can't even get a perfect feel with a thermopin. It's all in how they pick up and how they crack, and
you can leave it at that. That's good.
That's how you do it.
Okay, sounds good. Jason?
Yep.
What temperature do you like to take your chicken to?
It's got to be in that 205-ish, 8-ish range.
Okay. That sounds good. Love it. I just wonder if you stay till the end, maybe you get to hear a little tidbit of information here from these two rockstar cooks, and it's going to be awesome. Thank y'all so much. We had a wonderful show tonight. We hope to see you next week. And next week's going to be a good one. We got Chris Webb with Proud Souls coming on next week, or Bushmaster, whatever you want to call him. It's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of y'all asked if we could have him come on. We're good buddies. It's going to be a great show. I can't wait. So we will see you next week on Chewin the BBQ Fat. Have a great one, everybody. See you soon.
See you.